Good day, everyone. As we step further into 2025, it's clear that the world of nutrition is rapidly evolving. More than ever, people are waking up to the reality that what we eat directly impacts not just how we look and feel today, but how we age, how we think, how we fight disease, and how long and well we live. Nutrition is no longer just about weight management or energy levels. It's about protecting our cellular health, supporting our immune system, and nourishing every system in the body. Today, I want to talk about 9 essential foods you should strongly consider incorporating into your daily routine. These are not fads or exotic novelties. They're backed by science, supported by real evidence, and they address some of the most pressing health concerns we face today. From inflammation and heart disease to gut imbalance and cognitive decline. Let's begin with one of the most powerful yet often overlooked categories: fermented foods. In recent years, we've seen an explosion of research confirming what ancient cultures have known for centuries: that fermented foods like kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, and even tempeh are incredibly beneficial to gut health. These foods are rich in probiotics, which help maintain a healthy gut microbiome. A balanced gut influences everything from digestion and nutrient absorption to immune regulation and even mental health. As antibiotic use, environmental toxins, and processed foods continue to harm our gut flora, fermented foods offer a natural and effective way to restore balance. Next, we turn to one of nature's smallest but most potent health protectors: blueberries. Don't be fooled by their size. These little fruits are packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which are known to combat oxidative stress and support brain function. In fact, several studies have linked regular blueberry consumption to improved memory and reduced risk of cognitive decline with aging. In 2025, with mental fatigue and burnout on the rise, simple dietary strategies like eating a handful of blueberries each day can be surprisingly powerful. Leafy greens remain an irreplaceable part of a healthy diet. Foods like kale, spinach, collard greens, and Swiss chard provide fiber, iron, calcium, magnesium, and plant compounds that fight inflammation at the cellular level. They're also rich in folate, which supports brain function and cardiovascular health. What's more, the chlorophyll in greens helps detoxify the blood and can even aid in reducing heavy metal accumulation in the body. Whether added to smoothies, sautéed with olive oil, or enjoyed fresh in salads, these greens should not be missing from any plate. Now, let's talk about one of the most researched and vital food groups: fatty fish. In particular, fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, the kind of fats that the body doesn't produce on its own. These omega-3s support heart health, improve cognitive performance, reduce systemic inflammation, and even help regulate mood. With cardiovascular disease remaining one of the leading causes of death globally, consuming fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week could be one of the most important dietary choices a person makes. Speaking of fats, let's not forget about avocados. Once vilified for their fat content, avocados are now celebrated for their high levels of monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy kind. But beyond that, they provide potassium, magnesium, and fiber, making them excellent for blood pressure regulation and digestive health. In 2025, as we focus more on metabolic health and preventing insulin resistance, the slow-digesting, nutrient-rich profile of avocados makes them a go-to food for many health-conscious individuals. In the category of plant-based proteins, lentils deserve special recognition. They're affordable, accessible, and incredibly nutrient-dense. Packed with iron, folate, magnesium, and complex carbohydrates, lentils provide long-lasting energy without the blood sugar spike that comes from more refined foods. They also contain resistant starch and prebiotic fiber, both of which support gut health and contribute to a healthy metabolism. As more people transition to sustainable eating patterns in 2025, lentils offer a solution that supports both human and environmental health. Another food that's gaining significant attention is seaweed. While it's been a staple in many Asian diets for centuries, modern research is now recognizing its incredible nutritional value. Seaweed is one of the few natural plant sources of iodine, a mineral critical for thyroid function. It also contains a range of antioxidants, including fucoxanthin, which has been shown to support metabolism and cellular repair. As soil depletion continues to reduce the mineral content of land-grown foods, nutrient-dense sea vegetables like seaweed are becoming more valuable than ever. Now let's look at turmeric, a golden spice with ancient roots and modern scientific backing. Its active compound, curcumin, has strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Regular consumption has been linked to reduced joint pain, better brain health, and even lower risks of certain chronic conditions. In 2025, when chronic inflammation is recognized as a driver of many health issues, from arthritis to depression, adding turmeric to your daily routine, especially paired with black pepper to boost absorption, is a simple yet powerful health habit. Lastly, we must not overlook nuts and seeds. Walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and almonds are not only convenient and delicious, they're also packed with omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, protein, and important minerals like zinc and magnesium. These nutrients support everything from heart function to hormone balance. Chia and flax in particular provide alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based form of omega-3s, and they also promote regular bowel movements, which are essential for detoxification and gut health. A small handful of nuts or a tablespoon of seeds each day can significantly enhance your nutritional intake. In closing, as we continue navigating an increasingly complex health landscape in 2025, one filled with stress, environmental toxins, sedentary lifestyles, and processed food temptations, these 9 foods represent clarity and simplicity. They're not gimmicks. They're not part of the latest trendy diet. They are whole, real, nutrient-dense options that have stood the test of time and are now being confirmed by science. Whether you're trying to boost immunity, improve focus, balance blood sugar, or simply feel better overall, the path forward doesn't have to be complicated. Start with your plate. Fill it with these 9 foods. Make the shift one meal at a time. And remember, your body isn't just reacting to what you eat today. It's building your tomorrow with every bite. In 2025, nutrient density is more important than ever before, and understanding why can be a game changer for your health. Nutrient-dense foods are those that provide a high amount of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and other beneficial compounds in relation to their calorie content. In a world where ultra-processed foods dominate store shelves and fast-paced lifestyles often lead to poor dietary choices, choosing foods that pack a powerful nutritional punch is not just wise, it's necessary. Our bodies require a wide range of nutrients to function optimally, from supporting the immune system and regulating hormones to repairing tissues and maintaining cognitive function. However, with the increasing exposure to stress, pollution, sedentary habits, and environmental toxins, our nutritional demands are actually rising, not shrinking. Unfortunately, many of the foods commonly consumed today are calorie-rich but nutrient-poor. They fill us up, but fail to nourish us on a cellular level. That's why prioritizing nutrient density is a critical step in supporting long-term wellness. Eating nutrient-dense foods ensures that every bite you take contributes meaningfully to your health. Foods like dark leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, legumes, fatty fish, and fermented vegetables are excellent examples. These foods are naturally rich in antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and contribute to aging and disease. They also deliver essential minerals like magnesium, zinc, and potassium, which support everything from heart function to muscle recovery and mental clarity. Moreover, when your diet is rich in nutrients, your body tends to regulate appetite more efficiently, reducing cravings and promoting a healthy weight without the need for extreme dieting. Another reason nutrient density matters more than ever is because soil quality has declined globally due to industrial farming practices. This means that even some whole foods grown today may not be as nutrient-rich as they once were. To counter this, choosing organically grown or locally sourced produce when possible can make a difference. It's also wise to incorporate a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables into your meals, since different colors often represent different phytonutrients with unique health benefits. In today's world, where chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline are on the rise, nutrient-dense eating is a proactive way to support your health from the inside out. It's not just about avoiding illness. It's about optimizing energy, supporting your immune defenses, improving mood, and aging gracefully. You don't need to follow a complicated regimen or buy expensive supplements to get there. Simply choosing whole, minimally processed foods that are naturally rich in essential nutrients can have a profound impact over time. Making nutrient density a core principle of your eating habits is one of the most empowering decisions you can make for your health. It's about quality over quantity. Every time you eat is an opportunity to nourish your body, protect your cells, and fuel your life with intention. And in 2025, with all we now know about the connection between food and health, there's no better time to start. Gut health has become one of the most important focuses in the health and wellness space in 2025, and for very good reasons. More and more research has revealed that the gut does far more than just digest food. It plays a central role in nearly every system of the body, from regulating immune function and producing essential neurotransmitters to influencing mood, metabolism, inflammation, and even skin health. The gut is truly a command center for overall wellness. It's often called the second brain because of the intricate connection it shares with the central nervous system through what's known as the gut-brain axis. What this means is that taking care of your gut is not only about avoiding digestive issues, it's about supporting your entire body, mentally and physically. One of the key reasons gut health has become such a top priority in 2025 is the sharp rise in chronic conditions like anxiety, fatigue, autoimmune disorders, and inflammatory diseases. Many of these issues have been linked to poor gut function or an imbalanced microbiome. Your gut houses trillions of microbes, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi, that work together to support digestion, fight off harmful pathogens, and maintain the integrity of your intestinal lining. When this microbiome is diverse and balanced, your body can operate at its best. But when it's disrupted by processed foods, chronic stress, poor sleep, and overuse of antibiotics, the result can be what's known as dysbiosis, an imbalance in gut bacteria that can lead to bloating, brain fog, immune dysfunction, and even long-term health complications. In 2025, people are becoming more proactive about protecting their gut, not just through supplements, but by making smart food choices. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, yogurt with live cultures, and miso are now more widely recognized and included in everyday diets. These foods introduce beneficial bacteria that help repopulate the gut with healthy microbes. Prebiotic-rich foods like garlic, onions, leeks, bananas, and oats feed the good bacteria, helping them thrive. Together, these form the foundation of a gut-supportive diet that encourages both diversity and resilience in the microbiome. What's also fascinating is how closely gut health is tied to mental well-being. Around 90% of serotonin, the neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood and happiness, is produced in the gut. This means that symptoms of depression, irritability, or anxiety may not just be psychological. They could also be signs of an inflamed or imbalanced gut. In today's fast-paced world where stress and burnout are common, tending to gut health is becoming a key strategy in managing mental and emotional balance. Moreover, immune health is deeply rooted in the gut. Around 70% of the immune system resides in the gastrointestinal tract. A healthy gut acts as a barrier to harmful pathogens while allowing beneficial nutrients to pass through. If this barrier becomes compromised, often referred to as leaky gut, it can lead to systemic inflammation and increase the risk of allergies, sensitivities, and chronic illness. That's why more people in 2025 are focusing on repairing and maintaining their gut lining through whole foods, adequate hydration, fiber, and rest. Maintaining gut health doesn't have to be complicated. It begins with choosing foods that are alive, colorful, and rich in fiber, while cutting back on ultra-processed, sugary, and artificial ingredients that can inflame or disrupt the gut microbiome. Sleep, hydration, and stress reduction techniques like mindfulness or breathwork also play a vital role in gut repair and overall digestive balance. In 2025, gut health isn't just a wellness trend. It's a foundation for thriving in a modern world filled with stressors and environmental challenges. By making gut-friendly choices today, you're setting yourself up for better digestion, stronger immunity, improved mental clarity, and a better quality of life overall. The gut is where real health begins, and prioritizing it is one of the smartest moves you can make for your future. In 2025, the power of plant-based eating is more evident than ever, with a global shift toward diets that prioritize whole, plant-derived foods for both personal health and environmental sustainability. This movement isn't just about going vegan or vegetarian. It's about recognizing the immense benefits that come from making plants the foundation of our meals, regardless of dietary labels. From leafy greens and legumes to fruits, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, plant-based foods are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytochemicals that nourish the body deeply. They provide the raw materials needed to repair cells, fight inflammation, and support immune function. At a time when chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and obesity continue to rise, more people are turning to plants not just for prevention, but for healing. Scientific research over the past decade has consistently shown that diets rich in plant-based foods are associated with lower risks of many lifestyle-related diseases. Plant foods tend to be lower in saturated fats and free from cholesterol, while being high in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce oxidative stress, a key driver of aging and disease. Fiber, which is found only in plant foods, is essential for healthy digestion, blood sugar regulation, and maintaining a balanced gut microbiome. In fact, many experts now see fiber as a cornerstone of long-term health, and yet most people still don't get enough of it in their daily diets. By increasing intake of beans, lentils, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, people can dramatically improve their gut health, energy levels, and metabolic function. What makes 2025 especially exciting is that plant-based eating is no longer viewed as restrictive or difficult. Innovations in food technology and culinary creativity have made it easier and more appealing than ever to enjoy meals that are entirely plant-powered. From delicious meat-free burgers made with real ingredients to dairy alternatives crafted from almonds, oats, or soy, the options are expanding rapidly. But the real power of plant-based eating lies not in processed substitutes, but in whole foods that come directly from the earth. These foods are minimally processed, rich in micronutrients, and naturally free of additives and preservatives that often burden the body. There's also a growing awareness of the connection between food choices and the environment. A plant-forward diet typically has a smaller carbon footprint and uses fewer natural resources compared to diets heavy in animal products. As climate concerns become more urgent, more individuals are making conscious choices that benefit both their own health and the health of the planet. Eating more plants is one of the simplest, most effective ways to reduce environmental impact while also gaining the energy and vitality that comes from nutrient-rich foods. In addition, plant-based diets are proving to be highly supportive of long-term energy, mental clarity, and even athletic performance. More athletes and fitness professionals are embracing plants to enhance endurance, recovery, and strength, challenging the outdated belief that animal protein is the only path to power. Legumes like lentils and chickpeas, seeds like chia and hemp, and grains like quinoa offer high-quality plant protein, iron, and other key nutrients needed for muscle growth and repair. In 2025, the rise of plant-based power is not about exclusion, it's about abundance. It's about filling your plate with color, variety, and nutrients that fuel your body and mind. Whether you choose to go fully plant-based or simply make plants the hero of every meal, the benefits are undeniable. You feel lighter, think clearer, and age more gracefully when your body is fueled with clean, living foods that are naturally aligned with human health. Choosing plants is no longer a trend. It's a long-term strategy for wellness, backed by science and supported by millions of people around the world who are reclaiming their health one bite at a time. In 2025, anti-inflammatory eating has become the new standard for those seeking long-term health, resilience, and overall well-being. This approach to nutrition goes beyond weight loss or trendy diets. It's rooted in science and focused on reducing chronic inflammation, a silent but powerful force behind many modern health issues. Inflammation in its acute form is a natural and essential process that helps the body heal from injury or infection. But when it becomes chronic, triggered by poor diet, stress, environmental toxins, lack of sleep, or sedentary behavior. It can quietly damage tissues and cells over time, contributing to a wide range of diseases. From heart disease and type 2 diabetes to arthritis, brain fog, and even some forms of cancer, chronic inflammation is now recognized as a common thread. That's why more people than ever are making conscious choices to eat in ways that support the body's natural healing processes and help keep inflammation in check. Anti-inflammatory eating is centered around whole, nutrient-dense foods that naturally help calm the body's immune responses and protect cells from damage. It prioritizes colorful fruits and vegetables, rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients that fight free radicals and promote cellular repair. Foods like berries, leafy greens, turmeric, ginger, and olive oil are all powerful allies in the fight against inflammation. These ingredients work synergistically to reduce oxidative stress and support the body's ability to function smoothly and efficiently. At the same time, this approach also involves reducing or eliminating highly processed foods, refined sugars, excessive alcohol, and trans fats, all of which are known to trigger or worsen inflammation. One of the reasons anti-inflammatory eating has become the new standard is because it doesn't rely on extreme restrictions. Instead, it encourages a sustainable and enjoyable way of eating that focuses on balance, variety, and quality. It aligns closely with traditional diets that have stood the test of time, such as the Mediterranean and Okinawan diets, which emphasize fresh produce, healthy fats, legumes, herbs, spices, and moderate portions. In 2025, many people are rediscovering these time-tested ways of eating and adapting them to modern lifestyles. The results often include better energy levels, clearer skin, improved digestion, and a noticeable reduction in aches, pains, or other symptoms tied to inflammation. The growing popularity of anti-inflammatory eating is also tied to the increasing focus on mental health. Chronic inflammation has been linked to mood disorders like depression and anxiety, and researchers are now exploring how certain foods can help regulate brain chemistry and support emotional balance. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, walnuts, and chia seeds have shown promise in reducing brain inflammation and supporting cognitive health. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has also been studied for its potential role in improving mood and protecting brain cells. As people begin to understand the food-mind connection more deeply, choosing anti-inflammatory meals becomes a way to not only protect the body, but also nourish the mind. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and environmental triggers are nearly impossible to avoid completely, anti-inflammatory eating offers a powerful form of self-care. It's a proactive step that anyone can take, no prescription needed, no complex rules to follow. Simply opting for more whole foods, plant-based meals, healthy fats, and natural herbs can create a positive ripple effect on nearly every aspect of health. It's not about being perfect or rigid. It's about making daily choices that support your body's ability to heal, adapt, and thrive. By 2025, anti-inflammatory eating is not just a wellness trend. It's a foundational lifestyle choice for people who want to feel better, think more clearly, and live longer with fewer health complications. It's a practical and proven way to take control of your health in a world full of modern stressors. Whether you're looking to manage a chronic condition, improve your energy, or simply invest in your future well-being, embracing this way of eating could be one of the smartest and most impactful decisions you make. In 2025, smart protein sources are more in demand than ever, as people become increasingly conscious about where their nutrients come from and how they impact both personal health and the planet. Protein has always been essential for building and repairing tissues, supporting immune function, producing enzymes and hormones, and maintaining healthy skin, hair, and nails. But today, it's not just about how much protein you consume. It's about the quality, source, and sustainability of that protein. Modern eaters are moving away from the old mindset that prioritized quantity over quality and instead focusing on smarter choices that nourish the body while aligning with broader wellness and environmental goals. Smart protein sources are those that provide a high nutrient to calorie ratio, are easier on the digestive system, and come with fewer inflammatory or ecological consequences. This includes options like plant-based proteins such as lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, tofu, tempeh, hemp seeds, chia seeds, and edamame. These foods not only supply essential amino acids, but are also rich in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats. They support muscle recovery and energy production without the saturated fat, cholesterol, or potential hormone residues that can sometimes be found in highly processed or low-quality animal products. Even athletes and fitness enthusiasts are now recognizing that plant-based proteins can support strength, endurance, and performance when eaten in the right combinations and quantities. In addition to plant sources, 2025 has seen a growing interest in alternative proteins that combine innovation with sustainability. This includes lab-grown proteins, mycoprotein, fungus-based, and insect protein, which are gaining traction for their minimal environmental impact and impressive nutrient profiles. While these may not be for everyone, they reflect a broader shift in how people think about food and nutrition. It's no longer just about tradition. It's about innovation, adaptability, and health-conscious decision-making. Consumers are also becoming more aware of how traditional large-scale animal farming can contribute to environmental degradation and climate change, which makes ethical and eco-friendly protein options more appealing. Another important aspect of smart protein sourcing is digestibility and bioavailability, how well your body can absorb and use the protein you eat. Fermented soy products like tempeh, for instance, are easier to digest than many animal-based proteins and come with added benefits like gut-friendly probiotics. Similarly, sprouted legumes and seeds are gentler on the stomach and increase nutrient absorption. In 2025, people are paying closer attention to how food makes them feel, and they're making choices that support energy, clarity, and performance rather than just relying on outdated food pyramids or calorie counts. Smart protein choices are also becoming more accessible, thanks to better education and wider availability. With so many affordable, high-quality plant and alternative protein options now available in supermarkets, health stores, and restaurants, people from all walks of life can enjoy the benefits of smarter nutrition. There is a growing understanding that protein needs can be met effectively and healthfully without relying solely on red meats or processed sources. In fact, diets overly dependent on animal protein are being linked more frequently with higher risks of heart disease, inflammation, and digestive issues. This awareness is driving a steady cultural shift toward more balanced, diverse protein consumption. Ultimately, the demand for smart protein sources in 2025 reflects a deeper awareness of how food fuels not just the body, but the future. Whether you're aiming to improve your strength, protect your heart, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply feel better each day, making smarter protein choices is a critical part of the equation. It's not about extremes or eliminating entire food groups. It's about being informed, intentional, and mindful about what you put on your plate. This is how health goals are met, how the environment is protected, and how a more sustainable and nourishing future is created one meal at a time. In 2025, immunity-boosting foods are no longer optional. They've become a non-negotiable part of any well-rounded and health-conscious lifestyle. With the world having gone through major health challenges in recent years, people are more aware than ever of how vital the immune system is, not just in fighting off viruses or infections, but in supporting energy, resilience, and overall vitality. A strong immune system is the body's natural defense mechanism, and like any system, it works best when supported with the right fuel. Immunity isn't something you can switch on overnight with a single superfood or supplement. It's built over time through consistent, nourishing choices. That's why daily consumption of immunity, supporting foods, has become a top priority for those who want to feel their best, age gracefully, and protect themselves against everyday threats to their health. These foods include a wide range of colorful fruits and vegetables that are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals known to support immune function. Vitamin C-rich foods like oranges, kiwis, bell peppers, and strawberries help stimulate the production of white blood cells and act as powerful antioxidants that protect cells from damage. Zinc, found in seeds like pumpkin and sunflower as well as in legumes and whole grains, plays a key role in immune cell development and communication. Meanwhile, Vitamin D, whether from fortified foods, mushrooms, or responsible sun exposure, has gained significant attention for its ability to modulate immune responses and lower inflammation. Garlic, ginger, turmeric, and onions are also being widely recognized for their antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties, making them everyday staples in immunity-focused kitchens. What's important to understand is that immunity-boosting foods don't just help when you're already sick. They work best as part of a preventive approach. In 2025, this mindset is changing how people eat. Instead of waiting for symptoms to appear, many are now prioritizing foods that keep the immune system strong all year round. This includes fermented foods like yogurt with live cultures, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha, which help strengthen the gut microbiome, a critical part of the immune system, since nearly 70% of immune cells reside in the gut. A healthy, balanced gut helps regulate immune responses, manage inflammation, and keep harmful pathogens in check. Equally important are the roles of hydration, sleep, and stress management, which all influence immune strength. But without proper nutrition as the foundation, those pillars can't function effectively. That's why immunity-boosting foods are being integrated into daily meals with more intention than ever. Smoothies are packed with greens and citrus fruits. Snacks are upgraded with nuts and seeds rich in selenium and zinc, and meals are being seasoned with herbs and spices that do more than just add flavor. They add function. In 2025, the idea that food is medicine is no longer a fringe concept. It's becoming mainstream. People understand that they have the power to shape their immunity with the choices they make every day. Whether it's choosing nutrient-rich produce over highly processed snacks, sipping on herbal teas instead of sugary drinks, or adding a handful of berries or turmeric to a morning meal, these small habits build up to create a strong, resilient immune system, especially in a world where stress, pollution, and constant exposure to pathogens are daily realities. Supporting the immune system through food is one of the smartest, simplest, and most sustainable health strategies available. Immunity-boosting foods are not just for cold and flu season anymore. They're part of a year-round wellness plan. They help the body defend, recover, and adapt. And in a time when maintaining health has never been more important, these foods are not a luxury or a temporary fix. They are a non-negotiable part of everyday life for anyone serious about living well and staying well in the modern world. As we move further into 2025, it's clear that our approach to health is evolving in powerful and positive ways. We're no longer just eating to survive. We're eating to thrive. From choosing nutrient-dense foods that truly nourish our bodies to focusing on gut health, embracing plant-based power, adopting anti-inflammatory meals, prioritizing smart protein sources, and making immunity-boosting foods a daily habit, it all reflects a deeper awareness of how food directly shapes our energy, mood, resilience, and long-term wellness. These are not just trends, they are necessary shifts in the way we care for ourselves in a fast-paced, ever-changing world. What we eat every day matters. Every bite is either fueling healing or feeding stress. And the best part is that making healthier choices doesn't have to be overwhelming. It starts with small, intentional steps. When we focus on foods that are vibrant, clean, and rich in natural nutrients, we're not only protecting our bodies, we're also investing in our future. This year is about being proactive, being mindful, and treating food as one of our most powerful tools for health. So whether you're just starting out on your health journey or looking to level up your habits, remember that the path to a stronger, more vibrant you begins on your plate. Stay consistent, stay informed, and most importantly, stay kind to yourself along the way. Your body will thank you, not just today, but for years to come.